The SBA has recently given some hints for a timeline on some very important dates regarding the small business stimulus and the all-important $10,000 EIDL grants and $5,000 bonus. What are these critical dates and what should you know about that? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, paramedic, and now I'm also a student pilot. And Bonnie is just entering the studio. Here, Bonnie, you want to say hi to everybody? No, you're just staying just out of the camera. She is there. Anyways, I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing this, but it is very important and it really helps. The only way we are going to get our $10,000 EIDL grants and the $5,000 bonus is when we stand together and make our voices heard. So please comment down below with the hashtag #TeamEIDL and share this video everywhere on your social media accounts. Make sure you tag local news stations, politicians, etc. Demand that people in DC finally get off their ass and do something to save our businesses. And of course, before I go any further, a very quick reminder, as you guys already know, I have a team of outstanding lawyers that Clyde used to keep chained up in the basement, but now that I'm in Florida and we don't have basements here in the land of excessive humidity, the lawyers get to hang out by the pool. And as you know, the problem with having these lawyers around is they get a little bit rowdy whenever I make a video, and the only way to calm these stinking lawyers down is to give a quick disclaimer. The opinions in this video are exactly that. They're my opinions. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal financial tax advice. You get the point. Also, while I have you here, you already know this. Check out Webull down below. Deposit $100 and get 2 free stocks. Or if stock investing is not exactly your thing, you could check out the other pinned video below where you get the equivalent of 40 free lottery tickets with no risk every single week. I personally use it and I love it. Anyways, check out the links down below. It helps support this channel, helps support Bonnie and Clyde, and I can buy more dog bones for them. Anyways, let's get to today's video. Many of you know that the SBA has recently opened the Restaurant Revitalization Fund to help struggling small business run restaurants reopen. If you could pick any one single industry impacted the most during the shutdown, it must be them. Everything from supply chain shortages increasing their costs to forced shutdowns and limited seating for over a year. This industry has been completely decimated. You would think, or at least hope, that the federal government and the SBA would be able to get this one thing right. But nope, it's like the rest of the small business stimulus programs. They've largely been a disaster. Now, yes, the portal was slightly better and had a lot fewer technical issues compared to the EIDL program, but that's not really saying much. The EIDL portal was basically just a polished turd.
The problem, though, with the Restaurant Revitalization Fund is the fact that the program had a priority to serve businesses owned by women, by minority groups, and veteran-owned businesses. These were the 3 priority groups, which meant that they had priority over just the general public who owned a business in the restaurant industry space. The problem, though, is the fact that as of right now, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund hasn't even really started accepting applications for businesses outside of that priority group, and yet they are already very, very close to running out of funds. In fact, as of May 18th, it was reported that 303,000 applications had been submitted for a total value of $69 billion. And as of today, it's closer to $75–80 billion, and it is estimated that the program will run out of money way before the vast majority of restaurants in the United States have been served through this program. So as of right now, there will not be enough money for everyone.
Aubrey had a great breakdown of some of the current issues with the SBA programs. You should check out her channel, linked down below. From my perspective, the biggest issue with this program was Congress's stupid idea to racially profile people and only give money based upon your skin color. Silly me. I thought giving or withholding a grant based upon your race was illegal and immoral. I take the, seemingly novel approach. If your business is hurting of no fault of your own, you should get help, no matter what your race, gender, religion, sexual orientation is. I guess the fair and equal treatment doctrine only applies to you depending on your politics. Because right now, virtue signaling is far more important to politicians than actually fixing the problem. I have said multiple times on this channel, the government's policies destroyed small businesses across this country. Well, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole of crackpot conspiracy theories. The simple facts are that the ones that profited the most during this pandemic were the ultra-rich billionaires. The rest of us, the small business owners, we were all shafted. Okay, enough complaining about this. What is the solution? Well, short of voting all these idiots out of Congress, here are a few important dates that are coming up.
There was discussions of what could happen and what could be implemented to allow for more funding to become a reality. And ultimately, I think the answer to the problem is the program probably needs more funding. I mean, the fact is, the vast majority of restaurants have not been served through this program yet, and there really is no solution that would be an adequate solution other than simply giving the program more funds. Now, that's a big question that we simply do not know the answer to. We don't know if the program will get more funds, but that was a specific question that senators did ask of, if we were to approve more funds to go to the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, do you think that more restaurants would be able to be served through this fund? And it seemed as though the answer to that question was yes by Isabel Guzman. But again, that's a big question. That is a big if, and it will be interesting to see if that ends up happening.
We know the current administration is steadfast in pushing for more stimulus. Putting aside the obvious pork spending that is going to help none of us, there are some possibilities for more SBA funding. As Aubrey said, only time will tell. Right now, we know it's being discussed. And this might be something that President Biden uses as an olive branch to help bring initial support for the rest of his spending policies.
$15,000 EIDL grant. And let me warn you, it is some really good news. One of the comments made by lawmakers was the fact that there is a concern that the EIDL grant, the targeted $15,000 EIDL grant, is simply too targeted. And because of that, there are too many people that are being left out of the program as a whole. And this was something that Isabel Guzman agreed with.
As I've mentioned before in previous videos, Guzman has been very vocal in her displeasure on how Congress created the targeting rules for the updated EIDL grants. Both the $10,000 targeted EIDL grant and the $5,000 supplemental targeted advanced grant. It places just far too much work on the SBA staff to verify eligibility, it delays the payments, and it cuts far too many businesses out from being able to receive any funds.
Both of these programs are invite only, and that invite was sent out via email. Isabel Guzman stated that over the last couple of months, there has been 10 million emails sent out and 3.5 million follow-up emails sent out, and she stated that both of these emails have pretty good open rates. She didn't say the percentage of people that have opened them, but she did say that there has been a decent response to them. But despite the fact that there has been 13.5 million emails sent out in total, there is still not enough people who have been able to take advantage of this program. And Isabel Guzman stated that as of June, the program will open up to more people, which means that in June, you could possibly have the chance to apply for this program. So Isabel Guzman stated that not only will previous applicants be able to get a chance to claim the EIDL cash advance, but it should also open up to the general public, similar to the original EIDL grant. Now, as of right now, that is all we know. We don't know exactly how this will work. We don't know what the exact requirements will be. We don't know how the application process will flow. But the good news is that it looks as though the EIDL targeted cash advance, this EIDL supplemental cash advance, this $15,000 in total, could be something that could be available to the general public, which is great, great news.
This, if true, would be much needed lifeline for our struggling businesses. What do you guys think? Will we finally get our $10,000 EIDL grants for small businesses? What is the status of your EIDL grant or your loan? Have you received any funds yet? Also, what is the legal structure of your business? Are you an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, etc.? Comment down below and let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it, as do Bonnie. Do you want to say anything, Bonnie? Nope, she turned towards me, but she doesn't want to look at the camera right now. I guess she's tired. It's 7:30 in the morning. She should be awake now. Anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.